The watchtower is a good spot for getting a little private time with your sweetheart. Not that I would know.
Listen, we'll get to the bottom of this. Not sure how, but we'll get there. I agree that this is important, Massoni, but if we don't focus on hunting, people will starve.
How is a potential murderer in our ranks not your top priority? You don't think it's real, is that it? You think I'm jumping at shadows?
One moment, please, Envoy. We were just finishing.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm not saying it's impossible, Massoni. Only that more immediate dangers require our attention. We'll talk about it later.
Meanwhile, someone's tearing us apart from the inside.
The roots, the sinkholes, the plague, the famine, and now this? It feels like we're besieged on every side. We've suspected the killer among our ranks for several days, but there hasn't been time to investigate.
There hasn't been time? A traitor in your ranks is serious.
I told you I'll do it.
And lose my best hunter to whatever might have taken Monato and Verano? Absolutely not. I cannot risk you, Massoni. We've had to redouble our hunting to feed Fior, and the bandits and Zarips are running us ragged. Every ranger we lose brings us closer to starvation. Several of my people are beginning to think that as well, particularly Massoni here. But if that's true, to what end?
My gut's never wrong, Envoy.
Two of our best, Monato and Verano, have failed to report back. Neither of them would fall easily to creatures they faced 100 times before.
Monato is the most skilled tracker we have, and Verano is our most accomplished archer.
You really think one of their own would betray them?
The only threat they wouldn't be prepared for would come from someone they trust.
As if that weren't enough, my rangers spotted a stranger near town this morning. They kept to the shadows, wearing some kind of mask. Yes, I've heard some rumors about what may have happened with Belena and Adelaro. A tragic situation if they're true.
That's the real reason you don't want to investigate, isn't it?
Monato and Verano are my friends. I don't want to see them like that.
But this is why I think they were killed. Neither of them had the symptoms, the disorientation, the aggression. It just doesn't add up. Tell him about D'Urso and Casagrada.
All right, Envoy, if you really want to get involved. Two of my rangers have been acting strangely since the others disappeared. Rangers D'Urso and Casagrada.
Would they really turn on their own brethren?
Both are good people, but they're connected with my missing men. And they haven't been particularly forthcoming. Casagrada has the makings of a good ranger, but he's green. Headstrong.
And quick to anger.
I've seen the type. Rash and proud.
Right. Lately he's been pushing to patrol alone. Says he works better that way. But he's not ready yet.
Then his partner, the veteran Verano, doesn't return with Casagrada from their last foray, and Casagrada has fuck all to say about it?
He's a good sort, or he used to be. But he acts first and thinks later. That gets him and Verano into trouble. D'Urso is a veteran. She came up with Monato and Verano, but she's younger than them, and an uncommonly talented tracker. Monato was her partner. They had a falling out over something to do with your people, Envoy, and shortly after, Monato disappeared.
She's been distant ever since. Doesn't pipe up much in meetings or come out to the bar.
Nursing a grudge is one thing. Turning on your squad mates is another.
D'Urso's also one of the few with the skills to take Monato down, so we can't rule her out. You'd have to ask her.
She doesn't talk about it, not even with the other veterans. I feel like she blames us, but I don't know what for.
I've moved D'Urso and Casagrada to posts just outside Fior. I haven't explained why, but D'Urso's probably figured it out. Speak with them, and follow any leads they might turn up. I'm still not convinced either of them is a murderer, but
It's better to be sure.
I'm sure Masoni here will be waiting with bated breath. Watch yourself in the wilds, Envoy. And Godspeed.
I can't think of much worse than turning on your squad, except having to suspect your own people. We should help them.
Durso's on the level. It can't be us.
Keep the beacon dry. Fresh wood and tinder. We may need it.
I'm not climbing up there. The tower's barely standing.
That tower is a clear view of the mountains, the city, and the sea. You'll defend it with your life.
contagious?
Considering it infects plants and animals and people, not necessarily in that order, yes.
What if I cover my mouth?
Couldn't hurt.
You're that envoy, aren't you? It's the face. Gives you away. What can the Fjord Ranger's rising star do for you, Your Eminence? Oh, this? Yeah, temporary. Asierno's just sorting some things out. But everyone seems dead set on doubting my word. I don't see what the issue is. It's all just a big misunderstanding. I don't know anything. This is all just a misunderstanding. Wait. You think I'm the killer, don't you? Listen to me. I didn't do anything wrong. Verano going missing isn't my fault. Verano is a veteran, and they say he's the best in the squad. But to be fair, they haven't seen my blade in combat yet. We were scouting out the abandoned homestead near Nakotedek when the bandits attacked us. I drew two of them away from the fight, and Verano and I got separated. When I doubled back around to check on him, I didn't see anyone. I assumed the fighting was over. That's exactly what I did! Haven't you ever heard of regrouping?
It's not regrouping when you abandon your own partner.
I've told you everything I know. No one else seems to believe me, so believe whatever you want. Look for a bridge southwest from Fjord, near Nakotedek. Go west across the bridge and you'll come across the camp. There could still be bandits around there. Be careful.
Hopefully it's not too late for his partner. For both their sakes.
From now on, keep your hands off my stuff.
Oh, Envoy! You have to help me. If I have to listen to this twig of a recruit tell his stories for even one more minute, I'll probably die. I could, but why would I, when he's just so adorable? It's great to meet you. Ranger Iziana Dorso at your service. Asierno really stooped to asking for help. How very unlike her. Frankly, I think she's overreacting to a late report. Monato might be our best tracker, but he doesn't put a lot of stock in patrol rotation, rest days, or Asierno's toothless protocols. Ugh, there's too many of them. Check in twice a day, sign the patrol roster, write your reports, keep up with the bulletin board, make sure the recruits are cleaning their gear.
Come on. You can't maintain a fighting force with shoddy equipment and poor discipline.
It's busy work. She says it's meant to protect us, but all of us took this job knowing it was dangerous. We should be out there killing the creatures attacking our farmers, not writing 5-paragraph essays on bandit movements.
You have a point.
Half of these kids can hardly read. Verano and I are stationed on opposite ends of the valley. I hardly ever see the man except in passing. Casagrada is his partner, supposedly. You want to know more, ask him. He's a competent fool. No different from most of our recruits. And this land is cruel. I give him 6 months. maybe a year. Monato's always been acting strangely. Most paranoid man I've ever known. Thinks everyone's out to get him. Me, you, your steel garrote. Gods only know why. But one thing's for sure. You won't find him if he doesn't want to be found. The last thing I heard was that Monato was going to scout out the ogre camp. It was claimed by an old animancer years ago. He and the ogre are, friends. I have no idea what they got up to in there. Experimenting on Zarebs, probably. I couldn't tell you what's there now. I don't know anyone who could. I'm not Monato's keeper. He's a grown man and can take care of himself. The Animancer struck a deal with Asierno. We're not allowed to go there. Why Monato was headed there is beyond me. But if you want to track down Monato, that would be the first place to look. From here, cross the northern bridge and follow the path west. The path will become a cobblestone road and pass through the swamp. You'll find a cave in the hillside. Should pick up Monato's trail around there. Right. Watch your back out there, envoy. The Living Lands are a dangerous place.
Hopefully, when we find Monato, we can find some answers. Good fight. Quiet as the devil. Oh, no, you don't.
I'm sick!
Next one's mine.
I'm sick! Run!
on me. Terrible loss of life. And for what?
Stay alert. Just in case.
Stand back.
Ready, aim.
Subtle as a mouse.
for you!
Look up, boy.
Heal yourself! Quick!
You're friendly. I could use some help in here.
Show 'em.
You're not with them, are you? No matter. I don't have the luxury of choosing who rescues me. Name's Verano. I'd love to stay and give proper thanks, but Ranger Asierno needs my report. Oh, give the kid some leeway. He's just new. He's a great ranger when he's ready and focused, which is sometimes. I came here with Ranger Casagrada to scout this area out. Oh, we got a tip that a force of bandits was gathering at this old homestead. One of us must have stepped on a twig because they spotted us right away. When I squared off, Casagrada ran the other way. Said he was going to grab Dorso for backup. I suppose we all have to start somewhere. After Casagrada left, several more bandits joined the fight. They overwhelmed me and took me hostage. I overheard them talking about meeting someone next to a root-strangled tree with a view of the town. They seemed to think their contact was one of the rangers. But that would make that ranger a traitor. I think the world of Casagrada. He doesn't have the temperament to be a murderer. He's a hothead, no doubt. But his ire is for the creatures that threaten Emerald's Stair, not his fellow rangers. And sure, he likes to go off alone. But that's because he doesn't like to be seen practicing, learning. Now Dorso, she's a fine ranger, but I don't know her all that well. I just don't like casting doubt without evidence. See, that's the damnedest thing. I don't know. The bandits have it worse than we do. That's why they are bandits. So they have nothing to offer. With the way trade has dried up, there is no one else here. No Thirdborners, no Paradisans, and certainly no wardens from Solace. There is just monsters. And you. If Captain Asierno thinks there's something going on, there is. She may not be the strongest or fastest of us, but she's got a mind like an owl. Well, I should start hobbling back. Thanks again for looking out. I owe you one, and Casagrada owes us both. If you're in the area, go see Captain Asierno at the watchtower. She'll be glad to see you.
I'm not sure what to make of this, but I don't like it. You take lead.
I heard something.
Head on, boy.
Another win. But who's counting?
You take lead.
Coming from the left. Don't you dare me.
Behind you! Time to grab.
That'll show him.
Welcome back. You are here to collect a bounty, huh? Whose death am I recording? Good. Outlaws living off the hard work of others deserve nothing less. Perfetto. Return when you have more to claim.
Come on, remember. Oh, my apologies, my friend. Is there any chance we've met before? I seem to have forgotten, well, everything.
Maguccio? It's me, Giata. Do you know where you are?
I have no idea where, or even who I am. I just came out here with no memory whatsoever.
I've seen him absent-minded before, but never like this.
I have noticed a lot of animancy going on around here, so it's very likely. I'm afraid that may be my only option. Thank you so much for your time. Good to see you again. Well, I seem to be capable of forming new memories. It's everything else I can't seem to recall. May I see that? Oh, this is by Aguccio Pan Liberi. That's the name your friend there called me. This seems to be an attempt to create an elixir that allows one to bypass tedium by simply not experiencing or remembering it. If so, I may have made some miscalculations in planning the experiment. Oh, I will. Let that be a lesson to all of me. Thank you for your time, my friend. I bid you good day. Aguccio Pan Liberi. A strong masculine name, no?
Unseen, unheard.
Let's finish this. boy. That was a close one. Got eyes on something?
Nicely done!
Another soul for the
Yeah.
power goes a long way.
Charge it up.
Just a little spark. Little power goes a long way. Smells like death. Not in a good way.
Yeah.
Just a little spark. I never thought an ogre would kill using a knife to the back. Seems out of character.
This whole thing rubs me wrong. Captain Osierno ought to know.
Aye, aye.
I hate to see what's become of the temple. My people respect Helia, cherish her.
High ground. The ruins' natural defenses. Good place to post up.
They're coming!
Here we go!
Sink!
Next one's mine!
Sink!
That's done? Who's hungry?
Envoy? What are you... Huh. You're full of surprises. I was expecting someone else, but I think this could work out better for both of us. I'd prefer savior if we're handing out epithets. Once you hear my side, Envoy, I think you'll agree I was only trying to help. Unfortunately, I didn't want to, but he forced my hand. I thought I was clever, skimming a little extra pay from the coffers, surveying the city's weaknesses, laying caches for my friends. But it was like Monato had eyes in the back of his head. Nothing got by him. I tried to explain, but he couldn't understand. Wouldn't. He'd completely closed his ears to reason.
So you killed him for it?
Poor bastard was always too principled for his own good. After a fashion.
Unbelievable.
They were a means to an end. Don't tell them that. Everyone likes to feel special. They were supposed to kill Verano, but I guess they figured they could get more coin if they ransomed him back to us instead. Idiots. I'm preparing Emerald Stair for Adir's arrival, obviously. Your people have already pacified Paradise, with contracts and clean water, with promises of safety. I want to be safe. I want all of us to finally be safe.
You've got a hazy picture at best, Dorso. The Envoy was still killed in the street, and Ludwine's idea of pacified is anything but.
And I know what empires do, Envoy. They expand. Your soldiers would have come here sooner or later. I'm helping us avoid resistance and bloodshed when they do. Fiori's wasting away, Envoy. Animancy isn't helping us anymore, if it ever did. But no one in the city wants to admit it.
So you murder your own?
Our crops rot in the fields, bears turn to beasts and attack on sight. The very earth disintegrates beneath our feet.
You blame us for the problems we've been trying to solve. How can you be so short-sighted?
I think it's time we accept help from someone stronger, wealthier, better organized. From Adir. Then we can turn things around like Paradis has. Maybe then we can be safe.
We came here to escape control, to choose our own path, but no. She wants to throw away everything we built.
But Vidarro, Quilici, Captain Asierno, they're too proud. They won't do what must be done. So I'm doing it myself. Fior simply cannot survive the way things are.
You have no authority to make that judgment. All you have is fear and resentment.
Monato and Verano disagreed.
Then you disagree. You don't turn on your own.
Their voices had power in the Rangers. Too much power. And when they spoke, the others listened. Now they'll have to listen to me. I don't live in Adir. I don't want to. Emerald Stair is my home, and it's wasting away. I can only look after my people, get us what we need.
You've got a strange way of doing that.
Only Adir can help us now. Maybe that would be for the best. We've had decades to secure this valley. What do we have to show for it? Dead homesteads, dead farmers, dead fields.
There was life once, but you gave up on it.
And a city full of animancers who don't give a single shit about us. It wasn't always like this. I wish you could have seen the valley I grew up in. The steep green hills, mist twining about the peaks. Birds, deer, the many little creatures of the trees scurrying among the leaves. Most of them gone now. Sometimes, in high summer, the sunset would catch the rice paddies just right, and the whole valley would glow coral violet. A world on fire with life that never burned. We ate well and slept through the night. I don't want to live through this time if there's nothing better on the other side. I'm not an official asset, Just an enthusiastic ally. But I did meet the captain of the Steel Garrote. Alfir, she said her name was. They appeared out of the fog a few nights ago, late, hours before dawn. There were so many of them, I was certain they were going to kill me. I was alarmed at first, but then I spoke to Alfir, and she changed my mind. Captain Alfir is strong, determined, organized. She's exactly what we need to save Fjord. She has a vision for how to save the valley from itself, a vision I can believe in. I found them a place to hole up. No one is going to find them until it's time.
We can't stand by and let this happen. We can't.
They're going to put a stop to the animancy. The animancy that's sickening our fields, driving the animals mad, polluting our souls.
You fool. Drunk on propaganda and fear-mongering. It isn't even worth explaining how wrong you are.
And maybe it will end the Dream Scourge. Then, Emerald Stair will be safe.
What have I been trying to tell everyone? Animancy created these farms, and it could have saved them. Maybe if we had caught it sooner, but no. Thanks to our governor, we never had a chance.
If they didn't tell you, they must have had a good reason. The Steel Garrote are holed up in a cave, just behind that waterfall over there. Some of them, anyway.
Not for long, they aren't.
I'm sure they'd appreciate your help. You want me to... what? Run off into the wilderness? Exile myself? After everything I've done, this can't be how it ends.
Better get used to it quickly then. The wilderness is going to eat you alive.
Even for a competent ranger, exile is certain death. But what will you tell Asierno? They'll come after me, all of them. What? Fuck! I'm going!
Cow.
Envoy, I hope your investigation is coming along. I'm glad to hear that. I wish there was more I could do to help. I can't believe it. I thought that canny bastard would live forever. I guess I was wrong. Last time I saw him, he did seem more different than usual. Jumpy. That can't be unrelated, right? Right. A stupid argument. We just lost another recruit to those sporelings that infest our fields. Killed by a walking mushroom. It would be embarrassing if it weren't so sad. And I told Monato, you know, if we had proper fighters in our ranks, we wouldn't have to risk these kids against giant fungus. He wouldn't hear it. Practically shouted me into submission. I couldn't respect him after that. I would hope so, for something that important. A traitor, huh? Another one of his conspiracies, I bet. We were good friends once. He would often come to me for advice or for a laugh or two. I wish he had come to get me before scouting out the ogre cave. I'm surprised someone was able to sneak up on Monato. Maybe it was an adherent scout. It wasn't you, was it? I figured as much. I didn't really think it was you anyway. I don't know anything else about his death, but I promise to pass on any information I get. He was a good friend once. I admired him. But he changed. Finally. I was wondering when you'd be straight with me. Let me ask you something first. Why would I kill Monato? I aspire to a little more in life than being captain of this rabble, envoy. And I certainly don't want it enough to put a knife in the back of the man who was once my dearest friend. Right. See you around.
Falling out's happening, but she's pretty reserved about it.
Greetings, envoy. Found that killer yet? I told everyone I was innocent and no one believed me. What happened? Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Things should be a lot better around here with them gone. It was good meeting you, envoy. Maybe one day we'll fight together.
I sincerely hope you have some good news for me. My gods, I can't believe this.
Ilia's wings uplift us.
She's been with the Rangers since she was a girl. She trained most of my men.
This is... Fotito. This is big, Asierno.
What happened to her? Where is she now? So she ran off.
Not even Dorso can survive long alone. Not if she can't rest and resupply. What should we do?
Let's give her a head start. And then go hunting.
On your orders, ma'am.
This situation beggars belief. Do you know why she did it?
Be serious, envoy.
She was always talking about how we needed strength. Do you remember, Masso? More swords, more coin. And she complained that animancy wouldn't fix our problems. But I didn't think she had so little faith in Fior.
No one took her seriously.
Evidently, she was quite serious about it. I didn't want to believe it could be her. Gods beyond, what a mess. Thank you, envoy. Ranger Monato has been properly avenged. And now I have a lot of work to do to rebuild my squad. I suppose anything is possible. Here's your reward. It's the least we can do for your assistance. Thank you again. Step carefully out there. We are living through strange times.
I hope this at least lets them clean up their ranks.
I have a terrible feeling about this.
This must be the Steel Garrote camp Dorso mentioned. Be careful.
Inquisitor Luby is taking her time. I think she wants to see how the envoy performs.
Well, if it isn't the Adirian envoy.
We weren't expecting reinforcements. Either you've come early, or more likely, you shouldn't be here.
Something's wrong. The Steel Garrotes have no business in Emerald Stair.
Tell you what, turn around, and Inquisitor Ludwig doesn't have to hear about this unfortunate little mix-up.
You must think we were born yesterday. Still, that was a good attempt. What if we gave you an incentive to turn a blind eye to this little operation of ours?
An excellent idea, sister. Copper or iron? The choice is yours. What a pity. Normally, I'd think twice about spilling godlike blood, but for you, I'll make an exception. Unseek!
Hello, you guys!
When we first met, I thought I was gonna keep you out of trouble.
Good fight.
Who's there?
You're
Take your
gonna
best
regret
shot.
this!
Enemy right!
Unseen, unheard.
On your right!
Heal yourself! Quick!
If you'd asked me how many Steel Garrotes are back into the cave, I'd have been very wrong.
Who's next? Anyone?
Found you!
You shouldn't be here!
Don't!
To them!
Protect the envoy!
I'll sink!
It's the envoy!
Right behind you.
What was that?
Haven't had a battle like that in years, though I didn't feel this many aches and pains in my soldiering days. At least we came out of this in better shape than those guys. Whatever they were up to, we put an end to it. Right? Yeah. Reminds me of what Rawatai built up when we went into Deadfire. You know, that's a smart idea. This is why I was always in the trenches rather than the strategy tent.
They were going to attack the city. Unbelievable. We stopped them, bought ourselves time. That's what matters. I can't believe it. Ranger Dorso, a traitor to Fior Messiverno. At least she isn't our problem anymore. My people let nature judge the turncoats. Always have. Rarely, and only when their guilt is certain. Exile in the living lands is not the worst fate a criminal can suffer, but it's close, and always deserved. Still, it's a shame. Dorso gave up on the dream of Fior Messiverno. Blamed animancers for the problems we tried to solve. And I hate to see anyone lose hope. That's all for now. Let me know if there's anything else. Until next time. It's getting late. I should be asleep by now, but I wonder if I packed enough gear. No matter. We'll make do with what we have. Thanks for talking.
I hope you weren't looking to rekindle things with Ludwig. Not after the send-off you gave the Steel Garrote squad waiting in that cave. I hope you know a good armorer. Or a good healer. In all honesty, though, I'm impressed. Not with your predilections, I mean. Normally, I'm not big on turning on your own, but the Steel Garrote take their beliefs too far. I'm glad you didn't let them do it here. You could have fooled me. Ludwig talks to Hilgard like a wayward cabin boy. I wonder if he's got the backbone to withstand her. Not you, though. You didn't hesitate. Your kind of clarity is rare. To know in the moment what you've got to do and do it. I envy that.
Kai's always doing things to help others, no matter the cost. It's going to get him killed one day.
You two are gonna make me blush. And purple's not my best color. But, thanks. Just be on the lookout. The Steel Garrote isn't likely to forgive and forget.
Night, Envoy. Envoy? Right, changing the subject. Pleasant dreams.
Kai, does the word Nemnok mean anything to you? Nemnok, the one who devours?
There were rumors of a cult in Deadfire that followed Nemnok. Some kind of tyrannical monster.
Interesting. One of my books refers to Nemnok as a god, the immortal eater of worlds.
Right, that sounds wonderful.
Another book refers to them as an imp, a tiny, foul-mouthed creature hurling insults.
Those sound like campfire stories. You can't believe everything you read.
It would be useful to have a god on our side, but perhaps not an imp god. That sounds like more trouble than it's worth.
I still can't believe it. Dorso was betraying her brothers-in-arms, all in the name of saving Emerald Stair. I don't know what awaits her, but I can't think of much worse than losing home. Yeah, It's just sobering to think she got to the point where murdering her own felt right. How do you keep yourself on the right path, especially when there's so much at stake? I was afraid you'd say something like that. Just please be careful. I saw this in Rauatai's campaign in the Deadfire. You start out with purpose. You're fighting alongside your brothers and sisters, battling pirates and slavers, bringing civilization to a lawless, divided land. But then, you're breaking up villages, turning tribes against their rivals. It gets messy, fast. I'm less worried about who has a claim to the living lands than what Adir might ask of you. Same as Rauatai asked of us. Empires are hungry, Envoy, and they devour their own too. Don't let your allegiances turn you into something you can't live with. Nudge me if you hear anything in the woods.
So this is the Animancer I've heard so much about. Ambassador Falshin Heelguard, welcome to our modest embassy. Of course, I'm delighted to see one of your kind in service to Adir. We need all the friends we can get, even unconventional ones. Envoy, need I remind you that traveling with an Animancer could be hazardous to your life, your very soul. Just remember one thing. With the stroke of a pen, the Emperor's approval can vanish like leaves in the wind. But enough about unpleasant matters. Will there be anything else? I may have heard something to that effect. But of course, Inquisitor Ludwig isn't one for sharing information. I take it you have concerns. Trust me, I share them. Envoy, I was under the impression the Emperor sent you to prevent trouble, not cause it. This will be a headache. But a few soldiers missing in action is nothing I can't handle. Let's speak of it no more. The courtesan? Interesting. I had my theories about a certain shipment of herbs. Let us also say that I know why and how these herbs are being used. And I assume you figured it out as well. Do you object? Shrewd thinking, Envoy. Maybe you should be ambassador. So be it. I can't openly support Juliana's establishment, but I will pass along what funding I can. A rounding error in our books. Feel free to let her know the good news, but do try to keep my name out of it.
like I didn't see what Heelguard sent me today. You really do have a magic touch. I wouldn't have picked that color, but it's good on you.
Envoy, I hope you enjoy my fair city. The Steel Garrote? Here? Well, well. Apparently nature is not the only foe in Emerald Stair. Worse, my rangers turned a blind eye to it. Satisfy my curiosity. Why am I hearing this from the Adiran envoy? Don't you and the Steel Garrote share the same master? For my sake, I'm glad to hear it. Take this with my gratitude. And let us pray this is the last we've seen of the Steel Garrote. The short answer is yes, I'm aware. And I've tolerated it, up to a point.
So you tolerate her eccentricities, but not mine? How is that fair?
It's not her eccentricities I tolerate, but her good intentions. We are a community of animancers. Among other things, we have a healthy respect of the dead. I have no wish to anger the departed, but then again, my first responsibility is to the living. Does what I think matter to you, Envoy? Perhaps you're right. I'll have a word with Rosanna. She's not in trouble, but clearly we need to discuss our priorities. Thanks for your concern.